Welcome back to another episode of the HOSS. My name is Noreen Ling. I am your host, and I'm here today with Bryan and Sarah Baeumler, and we're in their beautiful home that they just finished. Welcome.
Thank you.
No, you welcome.
Thank you. Yes, thank you for having
Welcome.
us here. Thank you for having us here.
No problem.
So now that you're finished, are you feeling relieved?
I don't know if I would say renovation withdrawal, but I think when we finish a project,
This is interesting for
no,
me.
I'm a little relieved that the project is sort of come to an end, but then it's also sad.
As a builder, I mean, are you ever really done?
You're never really done.
So now that this part of the house is done, do you have a favorite part, favorite room?
I'll be honest, my favorite room is whatever room I'm in when you ask me that question. Because there's always, honestly, we wake up, there's 4 kids in our bed. We go to have a shower, there's 4 kids in the shower. It's bath time at night, 4 kids. You get home, there's 4 kids.
Well, someday you might be sad when they're gone, and then you wish that they were hanging out with you.
Someday, but that's not today. For me, I think I've been asked before to describe this build, and it's a masterpiece. It is our forever home. I mean, I will die here. I wasn't kidding. And I think it turned out perfectly.
A lot of people want to know how the two of you met. How did the romance begin?
Bryan?
Well, she was too young. We can't talk about that.
We have actually known each other since truly I was too young. I was in grade 9. We went
Minor
to high
niner.
school. We went to high school
I
together.
was a senior.
Aw.
It was 10 years after high school we happened to bump into each other. In perfect Sarah style, I said, let's go for a coffee. And we ended up going for a nice sushi dinner and to the Lion King for a show. And it was all very, it was a big event.
What else would the fans like to know? We've been asked about the romance behind the scenes.
The romance.
The romance behind the scene. Well, we have 4 kids. I mean, do we have to prove that there's been some romance at some point? We get a lot of interesting feedback, and mainly from women. God, women are mean and nasty to each other. Stuff. The times when I'm sitting here and my feet are up on Sarah's lap, and I'm just hoping she rubs my feet, but she doesn't, and we just sit there for a couple
Have you smelled
hours.
those things after they come out of your
No,
work
I know
boots?
they're bad
You don't
dogs.
wanna rub them.
Bad dogs.
And is there anything from this project that ended up being more challenging than you thought it was going to be?
I think it's important for us to put out there that even if you have hosted 300 renovation shows and you own a construction company and you run a foundation and all of that stuff goes sideways. This was our first insulated concrete foundation, or ICF build, so there were a lot of tips and tricks we learned there. I never want someone to watch the show and say, hey, I've seen that exact house in a magazine. No, we want our house to be in the magazine.
Well, this house is going to be in the
Oh, it's going to be in a
magazine.
magazine! Woo!
You did
Yes!
it. You can retire. That's it.
No, I can't. I cannot retire, believe me. Why, where are you going? Who are you going with? I can't retire.
So what does HOSS magazine mean to you in your business?
It's just a fresh look on renovation, on home design, and you look at it and it's just sort of a nice glimmer of hope of what's to come, what's out there. There's some crazy characters in there, which I love. You read a little bit
All the
about
crazy characters.
all the different
all of
little
them.
people in the
Right?
industry.
Holy mackerel. I think the police use it as like a wanted poster.
No,
No,
but it's not your typical home renovation, home design magazine, and I think that's what the industry needed.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good outlook and fresh take on everything.
And you love hanging out with other guys in the industry that you
hate them
learn
all.
from?
Can't stand any of them. That's Scott McGilvery.
I heard you guys were good friends.
We are. He came to me a while ago to help counsel him through the balding process.
Okay.
And I will. I mean, I will. Mike has been by. We hang out. The Scott brothers were friends with Steve Fanuca's a great friend of ours. The whole motley crew. Yeah, it's a great bunch of people. We have a lot of fun. When we have a chance to hang out, we're all kind of very busy, but
It's a good bunch. You're a good bunch.
That's a good bunch. And that's the bunch that the fans want to learn from. They respect you, they love you, they want to follow in your footsteps.
I think with that as well comes a big responsibility to, when we are doing the shows, to portray things and to tell people that we're not launching people to Mars here. We're building a house. But if you have that passion, you take the time and you want to learn, you certainly can do it. But my life's an open book. It's actually called Measure Twice. It's coming out at the end of February. Just want to throw that out there. Yeah, I just want to throw that. You can get more info on the website. But.
Well, thank you for sharing. Thank you for having us in your beautiful home.
No problem.
It's amazing. We look forward to what we see from you in the future. Thanks again. We'll see you next time on the HOSS Seat.